Right, guys, so let's continue where we took off. And so the first thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this CapCut. We're gonna take this slides that we managed to create. So if you go here, okay, so this is what it looks like. Jack Spa. Spelling is a little bit off, but close enough. So um, yeah, so as you can see, American Directory hype. That's kind of a it should be hypeism, but account performance the old way. And as you can see, this is the slides that it generated. So what you could see, and you could see kind of all the slides being um, like, as you can see, kind of everything explained. It's pretty dope. Now, uh, so as you can see, here's one brand, another brand, and all of those systems are being operated. The T, you are not finding a group of friends, you're simulating the crowd. The algorithm rewards the heterogeneous mixture of positioning. So, and then niche, product insertion, global recognition, anchor. So what you could do, and right here is, it looks like this, like this, like this, and like that. So as you can see, there's lots of slides, but um, the way it looks like, everything is organized. This clarity is 100%, close close to 100%. And what you could do now, you could take PowerPoint, right, like this, and open it up and include all of those things inside of the PowerPoint the same way how I did it over here um, for the previous PowerPoint. So you could do File, and then you could do Basic Presentation and just create. And basically all you do is just go back to here, close that out, save, and over here I just try to, let me just put that into C drive, JAX-POS, um, TikTok, Pet, Automator, presentation. So just so this way I have a copy of the older one. But what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna add this thing here. So remember the notes that I mentioned earlier, the speaker notes. So the speaker notes are, so this is how I do it. I just put like this in here, right? This is what it looks like. Just from one video, and the rest, what I do is I go here. So Notebook LM, and I pick this one. So, and then we're going to see how consistent Notebook LM with those actual slides. So we're going to add this here. And of course, there's another thing that was mentioned in here, which was reverse engineering thing that I didn't copy. But let's take a look at this. If I go here and notice how I didn't copy distribution architecture reverse engineered like this. That's from a slide. So I could just copy it like that. Like that. So it's all within one American directory, hypeism. So to modify that, I could modify things, but it's just easier not to keep it like this and um, just go on anyway. But like mention it in notes, hypeism if anything. But over here you see firewall thread, node A, JAXPA, Romwell's talent, and detailing. Like everything is described. Let's see how consistent this is. Okay, so I'm going to say, hi everyone, and this is what I could do like this, I could do slideshow. When I'm going live, when I'm presenting, what I go like this, I say hello. Um, so notice how on the bottom it's writing everything. So what I do right click. So, and where's the show? Custom slideshow. And from current slide, then I right click and show presenter view. So right here, as you can see, here's the presenter view. This is what it sounds so looks like. So what I do is I whip out the laser pointer like this. As you can see, here's a laser pointer, and I say, "Hi everyone, I'm Ron Wells, and today I'm gonna share the tea on how I jumped from 10 views to 60,000 views on Threads. Just a little bit about me. I'm a former math teacher and a full stack cybersecurity engineer. This is what I do now as a profession. And I use my background to reverse engineer the accelerators that the top brands use. If you're a luxury pet mom over 40, struggling to get your brand in front of customers, this is the exact strategy my talent agency used to achieve smooth sailing." Notice how clear this is, how confident this is. Just because I went ahead and I simply added a speaker note. No longer I have to wonder and be like, oh, what am I gonna say? How I'm gonna say it? It's just everything is produced with clear explanation. So now I'm gonna go here again, and I'll put that on like this. Just I could have started out with blank one, but that's fine. And now I do the same thing. I just go here. This is a slide 2, and I go like this. You see, I'm gonna put the speaker notes here as well. And of course, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask those questions. Let me just kind of jump in and give you guys opportunity to ask those questions as well. So if I go to your channel, so this is, I'm actually live over here. So this is what it is. And yeah, hello. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask any questions. So we're continuing, we're moving forward. Now, the next part that I wanted to talk about, yeah, so let's see how well it's gonna behave with the second slide, if it's still consistent or if it disappeared. So we're gonna go here. So as you can see, this is the second slide. And once again, I'm gonna go ahead, from current slide, I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna do show presenter view, okay? So over here, I'm gonna whip out a laser pointer and I'm gonna say, are you tired of hearing just post? Everything will be okay while you're stuck getting 10 or 20 views? Most of us feel overwhelmed by TikTok gurus whose advice goes on in one ear and out the other. I was in the same boat for 2 years, wondering why big companies liked my marketing, but regular people weren't seeing it. And the truth is, it wasn't the content's fault. It was a lack of a specific technical strategy. So guys, notice how I went ahead and I described this slide, how it's so um, on point, right? So you could see how it's just covered everything. And that is fairly like accurate for what's on the slide. Now we're gonna go further. Let's add another slide. And I think you're getting close to an understanding of how all of this is working. Now I'm gonna add another slide, but let me add it like this. I'll go here, 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 and those notes, guys, are gold because otherwise you're gonna be spending so much time trying to figure it out. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna say? So 1, 2, 3, and once again like this, 1, 2, 3. So this is cracking the algorithm. That's the first thread. This is the third one. It expressed everything in sort of like a graph. So this way it's just easier to see. I really like it, and I'm gonna show you guys next steps that I'm gonna be taking after I put out those notes. So those notes may seem like, let's take a look. Here's the brain surgery part. The number one reason moms fail in luxury pet space is that they're only building one brand. When you focus on just one thing, you become biased towards your own interests. In 2026, the algorithm doesn't like you if you aren't building multiple brands simultaneously. I found success by running 4 brands at once: luxury car detailing, a pet store directory, and a talent agency. So, um, guys, this is really, really on point. This is like, oh my God, this is really, you know, this is good. So now, brand B, Freedom Fusion Detailing, American brand D, um, Talent. So brand D should have been really Freedom Fusion System, but that's fine. So it may have, depending on what you said in that video, if you didn't give all the names in the video, you didn't clarify things with the names, then of course it's gonna not know certain things, guys. But overall, it's fairly accurate. And this is the fourth speaker node. So if I go here, and this is my fourth speaker node, go here like this, boom. And now I'm gonna go to 5 like this, boom. And just like what I'm just using Alt Tab button to switch between. So this just makes it easier. And then I count till like basically the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then I just take the screenshot like this. Um, so 5, take the screenshot like this, and boom, like this. So right now it kind of picked everything where it just made it all uh, kind of like an engineering diagram, uh, because that's the best way AI was able to interpret that. But sometimes it does like really graphic looking images if you're talking about cats and dogs and whatnot. So over here, we're gonna go, and so this is 5. So we take that, and the cool part about it, it provides um, all the details, and you could also do deep learning on this, which is another thing that could be really beneficial if you do deep learning on any of those concepts that you're adding, to introduce additional points that will just make it easier for you to market. And of course, a lot of people don't understand what those points are until they realize that it's really hard for them to market. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. 6. Or you could just, the numbers already written there, you could just do it this way, like that. So everything is kind of clarified. And the cool part about PowerPoint, you could use motion elements. Motion elements is another thing. Like the thing is, if you just use regular slides and you don't create those motion elements, it's going to be kind of like a boring presentation. But if you use motion elements, you could uh, like introduce this creativity that people will be more inclined towards, and they will continue staying. And I think this workflow like this is going to be a lot more easier if you just kind of do it like this, the way I'm doing it now. Now, can I import the actual PDF and just have everything automatically? Uh, if you have Acrobat license, you could probably do that with a N8N plus plus Acrobat, where you convert that PDF into pictures and then just embed it directly into each of them. So I try to remove, don't include Notebook LM, because when people see Notebook LM, they think like, It's just AI stuff and they kind of discard it. So you don't really want to show notebook LM emblem watermark. You always want to be um, hiding that any kind of AI elements. But today, believe it or not, I did something opposite. I wasn't hiding AI elements in one of the strategies, and it still produced incredible results. When I was using TikTok, I would take TikTok content and I would um, include an image in there because right now TikTok is being pushed. TikTok is pushing images where you could literally include them in um, and then convert them into something beyond images, into actual videos that are moving. So today I did that and video immediately blew up right away. So all of those videos are constantly blowing up, even with the strategies that I think it would be blown up with. So I had to put the charger on. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, we're still here. You guys are still here. So this is the process, and I'm just using Alt Tab to switch. So 11. Now, how do I take a screenshot like this? I do Shift Window S. Okay, Shift Window S. This is the way I do it, and Alt Tab like this. So this is console. This is how I'm able to quickly switch between tabs. Okay. Now there is another tool you could use, CloudBot or Modbot or whatever that just came out that can do that for you with in a browser using browser use extension, and you give it access to Claude and that kind of stuff. You could do that, and it will save you a lot of time, guys. So the question is, like, do you want to give permissions to CloudBot to do that? And that could be okay for like certain small cases, but for other use cases it may not be okay. So I'd be always cautious in terms of giving permissions to any of those tools. But then again, like if you need it quick, if you okay, I think this one already did. And as you can see over here now, this is how I do this barcode. Right here, what I do is I copy exactly as this. Notice how I just went ahead and copied everything as is. And I'm going to show you how to do the barcode, okay, guys? So the barcode is very simple. So first of all, let me close this. And we go to barcodes over here. This is Freedom Fusion System CRM, and you could get access to it as part of getting access to JackSpa's system. It has everything you need to convert leads into loyal customers. Plus, it has QR codes and all sorts of other things that you could generate, like quizzes, offers, products. It's all integratable with your store. You could have your own store, your own community, and so much more, including your own book appointment system and other things like as I mentioned, like those QR codes where you could literally just paste it in, and with your iPhone you point at it and it's good to go. So right now what we did, we created this, but keep something in mind when you're doing this, you kind of got to ask yourself, well, um, what is going to be my um, speaker notes? You always got to ask yourself, what is going to be my speaker notes? And also, how is um, my infographic going to be part of it? So that's the questions you have to ask on the background. And this is how I do it. I take all of those speaker notes, and typically I include infographic either in the beginning or the end, but it depends, like if it has pricing or anything like this and you don't really want to show pricing right away, then you wouldn't show it, because then people will be scared away and they wouldn't even look at the presentation. So what you do, you want to slide 9. Notice how there's not enough notes. I have no, notice how I don't have enough I don't have enough speaker nodes. So what I do is I say 10, 11, 12, and 13. Where are the speaker nodes? Where are the speaker nodes for slides 10 through 13, like this? And actually 9 through 13 in this case. And it's looking, and it's checking, and it's verifying. Boom. So we got 9 through 10, and to keep silence over tippy toes. So let's see, is it really, if you're ready to stop, okay. So which one is that? That's 10. No, that's 9. To keep your audience on tippy toes, you have to avoid monotonic, boring monologue where you're only talking about your brand. The secret to my 50,000 music was context switching, introducing unexpected elements. And by shifting this conversation, avoiding predictable patterns, you make content more engaging for the social engine than when people read it. So over here, notice cross-pollinating comment and repost, gamified cohorts. It looks like context switching. Did we miss something? So the goal of context switching, okay. So you know what? We may have missed something. Let's revisit this. So a lot of people fail because they use desktop automations. Okay, our API platforms silently punish and block. My Freedom Fusion system uses iPhone native, mobile-friendly social platforms. Enjoy it when you use it native. This makes it easy. Okay, let's just take a look at C. You can't do this entirely. You need a gamified cohort. This group of Freedom founders. Okay, I feel like something is off. The speaker notes, we may have missed a slide or something. So the content must have a viral element. So Sora 2, viral CapCut, templates like the Stranger Things. In the car scene, you use your voice to transcribe a template on that mixes your luxury pet products. So as you can see, something is off. So we're going to check again from the beginning. So this is from the beginning, it looks good. The second slide looks also good. Algorithm doesn't like you. One building, one brand. The number of reasons people fail. Luxury car in a pet store directory. Okay, so it looks like this is consistent. You need to have multiple threads account. That looks also consistent. And content must have a my formula is Sora 2. Okay. Contacts with viral CapCut templates. So did we miss 5? So we're gonna go here. So the viral vehicle. So let's go here and take a look again. To win, you need to have multiple threads accounts. Okay. Content must have a viral element. Okay. Okay. So we got gamified cohorts and group chat. So we're gonna go here. Where is the gamified cohorts? Okay. We're gonna say, can you redo notes, picker notes for slide 1 through 13? It didn't look consistent past slide 4. So let's take a look. And sometimes you gotta yell at it and see if it's just gonna produce the correct result. Okay. To win, I started building 4 brands. Okay. To win, I started building. Okay. I will never create another piece of now mechanism of action. The content formula, the 4-count strategy. The mechanism of action. Can you review slides that you generated and provide title for each one? So I think that's gonna be easier. Slide 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take a look at 6. The viral vehicle CapCut recognition. So it doesn't look like it's fully matching. I think that's a problem in a way. Let me see, let me mention something. It doesn't fully match. It doesn't, those are not the titles. Those are not the titles that I'm seeing in the already created presentation, created slides. Let's take a look. It started out good, but it kind of went a little crazy at some point. Okay, guys, I think what I'll do is I'll troubleshoot this and create another workshop a little bit later. But I think you guys got close enough to being able to pull this off. The rest is just making sure that you get consistent slides. So I may need to do a little research on this. I'll see you guys next time and take care.